Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. There was I guess you'd call it a minor upset. Certainly the manner in which it happened was a little bit of an upset. That was on the undercard of Joshua versus Ngannou. This was the free-to-air bit. The first four fights were free-to-air. They're on YouTube. I watched them on DAZN. The rest of it's pay-per-view. But Louis Greene scored a stunning one-punch first-round KO against the previously undefeated Jack McGann. McGann was 9 wins, no defeats and 1 draw going in, whereas Greene was 16 wins with 10 KOs, 4 defeats. One of those was by stoppage, but he's 31, Greene. McGann is only 30. I mean, not much of a difference in terms of chronological age, but certainly in terms of, your resume, I mean, it was chalk and cheese. This would jump up for McGann. And McGann had 6 KOs out of 9 wins. He was, I mean, he'd won one of those sort of IBF intercontinental things. I don't think he'd won anything, even an area title. But Greene, it's a different story because Greene was Southern Area champ. I think he won that when he was still undefeated. And then Larry Ekendeo was his first defeat. That was, Ekendeo only had one defeat in 15 fights and outpointed him over 10. And then Louis bounced back. I think Lewis Crocker stopped him in 7. That's the only stoppage defeat on Louis Greene's record. That was for another WBO European thing. I don't know what the fuck that is. And then Louis, again, he fought Harry Scarf for the English title, lost on points over 10. So, people were saying, oh, well, he's found his level. He's, domestic level, area level. But then he beat an undefeated Polish guy called Tomasz Nowicki, who was undefeated in 10. He stopped him in 5 rounds. And then he went on to fight for the Commonwealth title and another 5th round stoppage against Dean Sutherland, who was undefeated, 13-0. Nowicki was undefeated in 10. Sutherland's undefeated in 13. The next fight was against Paul Keane. That was a defence of the Commonwealth belt. And he stopped him in 6, Louis Greene, this is. So Greene he sort of learnt from his mistake, learnt from his defeats. As we've always said in this channel, defeats don't define you unless you let them. You can learn from them. Then he lost to Sam Gilly on points over 12. He lost his Commonwealth belt. So coming in against Jack McGann, again, he's the away fighter. Real road warrior, Louis Greene. I've got a lot of time for this guy. And yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it was a case of one punch. McGann came out and was looking to come forward, but he was very sloppy with the jab, and it's almost like he was just trying to find his rhythm. Greene was moved a little bit, but boxing on the back foot. He wasn't running by any stretch of the imagination, but he looked to me. I mean, even this only lasted about 90 seconds, this fight. Greene looked to me like he was far more relaxed, far more at home within the event, because it's in Riyadh, it's a big event. And again, this is down to, experience, I think. Because Greene was, like I say, McCann came forward. Greene's an orthodox fighter. I think McCann is as well, isn't he? Yeah, they were both orthodox. And again, McCann threw a very sloppy jab, which was immediately countered like that by Greene. It was a perfect shot right on the side of the jaw. I mean, he couldn't have landed in any better. I mean, this was millimetre perfect. And McCann was just completely unhinged, fell back. You kind of knew the way he was struggling to get up that it was over. He did make it to his feet. Fair play to the guy. He wasn't quitting. Held his hands up, but the referee, Kieran McCann, quite rightly said, no. At one point, I think Kieran McCann might have said he had stepped to his side or something like that, but McCann's legs just wouldn't work. And that's all she wrote. I mean, it's a fantastic win for Greene, especially when you consider the venue, the event, the arena and everything, but this guy's a road warrior. And again, it goes to show, 16-4 coming in against the undefeated fighter. There's no substitute for the experience, for ring experience, for life experience. And Greene was interviewed afterwards and said, I was heading for prison. I was a bit of a naughty boy when I was young. He said that me and my dad are working class guys. We came from nothing, and good luck to the guy. I mean, talk about boxing. Saving people, giving people opportunities, people who wouldn't previously have had opportunities. Fantastic one-punch finish, highlight reel stuff from Louis Greene. By the way, these are super welterweights, or light middles if you're old like me. Call them light middleweights, but super welterweights. I think this was an eliminator for something like the WBC silver title, they said, or something. What the fuck that is. But anyway, if it gets Louis Greene opportunities, good luck to the kid. I mean, I like these, grassroots domestic stories that we get sometimes in boxing. I think they're really great. And Jack McGann, if he wants to come back and he needs a bit of inspiration, he's only got to look at the guy who just knocked him out, which is Louis Greene. Because he can come back. It's whether you want it or not. It's whether you want to learn from your mistakes, reset yourself, and then get going again. And Greene is clearly a fighting man. He's had a rough upbringing and he don't mind. The guy who interviewed him afterwards said, what happened to you? He was talking about the Sam Gilly fight where Greene lost his Commonwealth belt. That was back in last October. And Greene said, nothing happened to me. I just lost a close fight. So almost like, so what? And that's the right attitude to have, the correct attitude to have. And you see this at all levels. You've seen it with Joseph Parker when he got knocked flat by Joe Joyce. He came back last year with 4 wins. Joshua got beaten back-to-back by Usyk. He got 3 wins last year. There's no reason why defeat should define you. It really isn't. So well done, Louis Greene. Commiseration to Jack McGann. And we'll see what's in the future for Louis Greene. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight again. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, I'm going to say, and hit the like button as well. And I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Plenty more boxing to come tonight, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.